Yeah, so I basically made this channel because well I kind of started this for a different reason. I've already filmed like one of these before, and it was kind of just like I want to just speak on stuff. I feel like all the stuff that I post online, like the art that I post and stuff, I kind of it was just a thing like, hey, I want to just get some of the things that I make like out there. I want people to know that I make stuff, and maybe it'll fuel my art and like keep me, making things and that kind of stuff. And and then I asked for like topics, and I was like, hey, what do you guys want to? What should I speak about or whatever? Like not in like a way that I think I am like important or my opinion like has any like real significance to anyone. Just kind of as a way for me to maintain like a better relationship, I guess, with my audience. So oh yeah, I don't know, whatever. And 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 I didn't end up doing it because actually like the quality of the video was quite bad. This one's also gonna be kind of bad because I have to stretch it, but whatever. Um, but yeah, so I'm drawing this that you're seeing right now as I'm speaking, and that was kind of the idea, was that I was gonna like speak on stuff and draw at the same time, so I couldn't really think too much about either of what I'm doing. Like, hopefully, it will become a kind of culmination of, like a drawing that kind of has something to do with what I'm saying, and what I'm saying has something to do with the drawing, like just subconsciously or whatever. That was the intention, and then recently I've been having this like issue with like with the things I create, and kind of, I mean, it's like a continuous issue. I think anyone that makes art knows that art's kind of a continuous kind of unsolvable um puzzle, I guess. And right now, where I'm at with it, like the my like my puzzle is getting I guess I'm getting a little bit tired of like trying to figure out the same puzzle and stuff. And one thing that I've never really been that great at is just communicating, like, whether it's like how I feel, or communicating how characters feel, and stuff like that. I just don't think that I'm that great at it, and it's obviously quite an important thing, like art is communication, so it's like, and this is going to be very all over the place as well, but I also think that uh fuck I also think that da 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 what the fuck. Okay, yeah, there's going to be these weird silences as well as I try to remember what I was talking about. But yeah, so basically, I'm not very good at communicating clearly, as I'm like struggling to find words. But I thought, like, well, maybe I could like try this idea again where I speak through here, and then the things I make don't really matter at that point, because I'm saying kind of how I feel in some way, and I don't have to worry about expressing it through what I create. It's already being said. So that was kind of my thinking behind this, and also I kind of like to use art as a way to reflect on of myself and my past. Obviously, my past. Uh, I mean, obviously, in the way that I said reflection. Um, I have to always like also do this shit because I feel like I'm being condescending all the time, but I don't know why. But so yeah, uh yeah, fuck. I don't, so brain dead. Uh yeah, this is also a problem because now I just get stuck into the drawing. I'm actually focusing too much on the drawings and not enough on what I'm saying, but yeah, so I think this could be like cool for that as a way for me to like reflect on my thoughts in the future and like where I was at a certain point and stuff um and yeah, so that's that. But uh yeah, now I'm just drawing things like kind of silently. So so some things that I did write down some stuff. Let me. Yeah, so I don't know, like I guess the in order to actually communicate these points, I have to stop trying to think about what I'm making. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep getting stuck. But um, I do think that like art and communication is kind of weird, and I've been thinking about this recently. Like I might in a way be a bit of like a doomed like artist in terms of being someone that actually communicates how I feel through my work, because I like absurdity a lot, and I like art that doesn't make sense. I like things that just kind of exist and like not like completely lacking purpose, but in a way where like anyone that looks at it's gonna be like, I don't really like that or know what that is. Like the things I'm drawing on here, pretty much, and that's like some of my favorite stuff to do. So so that's like obviously not really great when you're trying to get people to connect with your work and stuff, because it's like the work is like just kind of trying not to connect with anyone in a way. Um, but but I mean, yeah, at least like through something like this, I'll be able to actually speak a bit more openly, and I don't think that like that's something that I necessarily like need to do. It's just something that I'd like to do. I'd like to kind of practice speaking from my subconscious a bit. I mean, the whole reason why I'm actually messing up so much in like what I'm saying and stuff is because it's like much more difficult to, well, I find it a lot more difficult to just like speak by myself. It's like if I was speaking to someone right now, there's at least like somewhere the conversation can go. Now I'm like trying to figure out how to keep this going and how to find uh more like how to like bring more out of myself and out of the same kind of topic and stuff. So I do kind of want to exercise that thing because it's interesting and it's something else that I can kind of work at. But so yeah, so that I've said something else now. Now I have to say something else. Um, and yeah. So getting back to like the art stuff, it's like I I do feel kind of like in a way like I don't actually. It's also like a feeling like um. It's also like just a feeling like I want to move away from like social media and stuff. Like, I mean, YouTube is like still kind of social media, but I mean that kind of form of, hey, I'm posting stuff. Like, I never really was doing that like out of complete. I never really wasn't enjoying that completely, and even now I just kind of wait till I have a few things that I like, and then I show them and I say, hey, I made these things, and then people sometimes say something, sometimes they don't, and like even if I had to get like really great response, I don't think that would really like fuel me or anything. It's kind of like it's just dependent on really how I feel um and that kind of thing. It's not like it's like I could get the most kind of support in the world, and I would just not work on things because I just can't, and I can't find the energy to do it, or something like that. So I think there's like a much higher chance that I'll actually kind of like benefit from doing something like this, where I know that the things that I'm saying do actually have a place to go, and they're not being like misconstrued through like a caption that I think is like too serious to post, so I just end up posting a few words or something like that, and like something else is just that um like my I don't know, I'm never gonna have enough time like on this earth to really communicate to all the people that I want to speak to. It's like even with like friends and stuff, like I'm very kind of aware of the amount of friends I have and the fact that like I can't really have too many more friends, without like completely, without like losing some kind of balance in my friendships and that kind of thing. So I'm someone that thinks about stuff like that quite a lot. So like um so at least like, or not at least, but it kind of eases my mind a bit if I know that some people that are going to hear things from me here that they wouldn't hear otherwise, and like that sounds like I'm being like self-important, maybe like I'm like, hey, the things that I have to say are mean something, so stick around. It's not like that. It's more like if someone wants to go back and hear my thoughts on certain things, like they can. And I don't mean like just random people in the world. I mean like people that are close to me and my family and that kind of thing. And like, and maybe it can help me, I mean like I'm not saying that I am opposed for this to like reach new people or to like meet new people outside of through doing something like this, because I love meeting new people. But I, that's like kind of my mission statement, I guess. If I don't even know if that sounds like I was speaking about like one entire kind of thing or goal there, but I guess that's kind of what it ends up boiling down to. So yeah, um, and yeah, I don't know. I don't really have too much to say. I'm just kind of looking forward to doing more stuff on here, and I hope that like I just also like I would like to promote some kind of free communication thing. Like I wish like, or I don't know, like it would be cool if this like helps someone as well at some stage, like just make something or put their thoughts out there, because I don't think you have to wait to like communicate things through it, like another medium or like someone who's waiting to write. I don't really know what I'm saying, but I guess what I mean is that there was like a point where I wouldn't do this because I'm like I don't really want my thoughts just out there like that. But uh, I don't know, like I don't think it's that bad. I think it's like I wish like more people communicated more openly, um, because we're in like a kind of age of communication, but it's also just kind of like dumbed down communication, or not like dumbed down, but it's like very vapid, and it doesn't really feel like anything. It doesn't feel like it means anything. Um, and I would like to go back to when like people like said things to each other, and they weren't like meant for uh I don't know, they weren't meant for just like an in and out kind of I don't know how to say it, but it's like it's like I feel like so many statements and conversation now, it's like people that's online, I'm saying, is that it feels so like open that anyone can kind of uh get with it, I guess, when it's like that. It feels more like a revolving door or something, where you just walk in and you just hear that stuff when you're inside there, but then you leave, and it's kind of gone, and you can't remember what it meant, and you just remember that you're kind of just in this like daze of conversation. I don't that doesn't really make any sense, but I am quite tired, so that's also something that's definitely influencing this. But yeah, so those are some thoughts, I guess. Uh yeah, I don't know. I don't really, yeah. I'm like outside. I'm really getting pretty far outside of like a point of caring about things to just like, people like finding me and stuff, or maybe people finding me like people from my past. There's still a lot of people that do like see the things that I create and stuff like that, which I don't really mind like that much at all. Like I get that kind of that fascination of just like, oh, I want to see if what this guy does with his life. Maybe he's gonna like fuck up in a big way or something, and that is kind of fun, I suppose, for other people uh, to do. And I do it in some degree too, where you just kind of keep up with people like on this like very weird, like slight parasocial way, and yeah, uh, so yeah. I don't. I keep trying to find other things to say, but I don't really need to. I can just stop now. But I mean, like, whoever's listening, it's like their freedom to just leave. So I guess I can just stay here and just speak about shit until this canvas is just like filled up with awful things. Uh, yeah. I don't know. I wish I could. I wish I could just like hear people close to me, like just speak about stuff. I feel like when I speak to people, like people in my family, it's always after so long that you like lose a kind of you like lose where you are in some way. Like not all my family, some of my family I don't have that, and there's also some family that I'm not like I don't get on that well with and stuff, just because we're different people and all that, and and those aren't like anyone that's gonna be hearing this, but I mean, yeah. So like yeah, I kind of I wish you could hear people's internal monologues sometimes, and I wish that there was a bit more of a, I guess, yeah, I don't know. Okay, I think that's done. If I keep speaking, I'm gonna say some really stupid shit. I'm gonna probably have to scrap this video, so I'll stop now and spare it. And yeah, so I'm just gonna be doing this stuff now. Probably, I might start easing off of Instagram completely. I'm at this point I mainly just use it as a way to see what my friends are up to and try to support them. Uh, so yeah. Uh, yeah.